Bro, this nigga keep fouling me. He's doing all this dang singing. All he doing is scoring with Devin Booker.
Hey, man, just sing that trail ride, man. Oh, on a trail ride.
Hey, Bumpy. Share your screen, nigga.
Oh,
man. Did he do?
Nah, you ain't in no game, right, Buck?
I'm in a game.
Only thing mark as a game. I ain't gonna lie,
Nah, we don't believe
I'm finna kill Milwaukee, boy. He can't shoot.
Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thought that shit was funny. Thought you ate, bitch.
Taking a look at Miami.
And so far, they've split the season series right down the middle. Now the drama starts to ramp up. Only got 2 games left against them.
Been punch, counter punch. Each side has already seen the other team's best stuff. This is where it's going to get interesting.
Jarris, niggas. Nigga said,
man, what in the world? Cat not in my lineup.
Nope, that's off. What? How's that weak coverage? And this is still 2 shots. Now you want to talk. Get better, nigga. Get better, nigga. Get better. Yeah, that's all. Baited him. Get baited, nigga. Yep, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Ah, social. Believe. That nigga is trash.
Them say them a bad man, me a fair hawk. Which one when we up?
You're freaking deep, boy. Let's go. All the way. Ah! Nope. Nope. Took too long. Yep. Let's go. Let's go, chat.
It's the home of the Heat here in Miami as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. This is Kevin.
Hey, Bumpy on my ass.
Kevin Harlan joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami.
And the atmosphere is always electric in a rivalry matchup.
Good defense.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, they can say what they will about this being just another game. You can see it in their eyes. This is different.
Pass to Towns. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's Towns missing. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. We both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on the game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. Can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. Let's see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
They don't need to be that
Yeah, that's great defense by Adebayo, making it tough on his opponent.
Great D that time from Adebayo. Now, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Man, yo, this nigga is annoying.
Still big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle. Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4.
Hey, Bumpy, I can beat throwing.
We can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Nigga, play him. Stop scared. Be scared. Nigga, be asking just because he's scared to lose. He's scared he can't take a loss.
Anytime he has the chance.
Yeah. Nigga is terrified of losing because he be trying to just
setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack.
He's trying to strategize his wins and shit.
Well, when you are the aggressor,
his potential wins.
It is intimidating.
LaMelo using that body control there, making the play off contact.
Stolen by Robinson. To the
Dang,
inside.
I can't get the rebound.
And the dunk by Towel.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah,
you don't deserve that green
either. But the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Maniac shot right here.
Defensive breakdown there. And they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Pass to Anunoby.
No.
Right side, Ball.
Man, this dude makes crazy.
Banked in off the glass. Ball's got his second basket of the night.
And we knew LaMelo was talented coming into the league. What we didn't quite know was how much of an impact he would make in terms of controlling the flow of the game.
Now, here's Adebayo. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And he gets the bucket.
Well, Adebayo's going to work inside. That's what they want him to do.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Teams deciding to change it up. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Takes the assistant. Lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's not KD jumpers. Ryan Dunn does not have no damn KD.
That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Knicks
Ryan Dunn
by 3 to the left side wing. Down low. Pass to Wiseman. Here's Banton. Packed out, it's wide open. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Dang, I wish that was Jaren Jackson in the corner.
1:33 left to play in the first. Here's Westbrook. Joe with it. And James Wiseman picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
The drive by Beal.
And the coaches want this from Beal. Play aggressive, force your way to the strike.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Westbrook. Pass to Joe. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense. Up to
almost hit that though.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Bitch.
Here's Beal.
Yes, that's the only.
And Wiseman sends it back.
Yeah, that's the only
on a
nigga.
per-minute basis, Wiseman already gets a lot of blocks, and his defensive awareness will only improve with time.
The Heat trail by 6.
Dang, that was
and
tight,
the foul
though.
called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's his first foul of the game.
That's
And the
hard,
bonus will go to
dude.
the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about put the points every time he steps up. First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe.
He just shot 19 shots with Devin Booker, and it's the second half.
So the first quarter is in the books. New York ahead. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression is shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Towns, the screen. To the middle. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, Towns gives you some interesting options in the two-man game. He can both pick and roll and pick and pop.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Here's Ball. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper. Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but
nigga, you a bitch.
Continue.
Yeah, I get it.
Come
but you
on.
don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Yeah, he's trying to play the game, bro.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Inside, the kick out to Ball.
That's all he do is sit there with Devin
The
Booker.
3. The shot misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
To the paint. Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. And Anunoby.
Go ahead and shoot it, my nigga. You know what you're doing.
You can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you,
nigga can't even shoot. Nobody else.
Adebayo drives in.
Okay.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Yeah, only him and Jalen Green.
There's a screen by Robinson. Down low. And Robinson throws it down.
And the more experienced ball
So why
gets,
you only using
the more
Devin Booker?
confident he gets in those situations. Great execution.
Pass to Wells.
All right, when he get hurt again, don't say.
Back to Vucevic.
All right.
Middleton outside. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
New York calls timeout.
Substitution on the court. New York calls timeout. Let's go, you fans. Give it up for your Heat High Squad. Get loud, fans. On the court is your High Squad. We want to see you get loud. We've got features.
You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
So you must be winning.
Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys.
He always do that.
Jerry
he
Slow, Don Nelson,
if he lose,
who would do some of that.
He winning, he'll be talking.
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Beal with the bucket.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
The drive by Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Beal is always a scoring threat, but right now we're seeing what happens when he's in the zone.
Pass to Wiseman. And Westbrook pulls it down. Miami trailing. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while. And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside, Beal. Pass to Ware. And here's Beal.
That's him, though. He cannot stand and lose.
From deep three-point land. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And Miami has possession.
He do, dog. He is
4-point game.
I told him about that this morning, too. He was playing the game. I said, dog, when I was coming back, you wasn't saying nothing.
From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Beal with it. Wiseman picks him up. Count the basket. Beal's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Joe can't get it to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 4. Picked by Vucevic.
What's your team?
And Vucevic throws it down.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
To the inside. And it's Towns missing.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Right side, ball. Pass to Towns. That shot off.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
New York again turning it over.
Man. This nigga had to turn that shit on in my ear when I was sitting here trying to focus.
And here are the Heat now. It's a 1-point game.
Somebody,
inside.
That was.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Middleton is double. Here's Adebayo.
And LaMelo puts a lot into his defense. He's going to be in your face all game long, challenging every shot.
It's stolen by Adebayo. It's good again, and an excellent 7th or 8th shooting night so far.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
New York calls timeout.
Man, if you don't turn that joint down.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. and that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. To the middle. Good ball movement here by Miami. It's Joe on the wing. Sinks the triple. Joe's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Ooh, what a burst of energy from Westbrook. He can just fly when he wants
to. To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 14 points for him.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Pass to Beal. Knocked away. And a fast break now for New York. Goes up. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. The Knicks making a switch here. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Yeah, he's shaking up a bit. No choice but to take a timeout and let him get some medical attention.
The Heat trailed by 4. Adebayo down low. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Anunoby. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Poke loose. Bridges with the steal. Anunoby with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Ball no good. Stolen by Robinson. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Towns down low. 6 points for him. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. They trail by 7. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Here's New York. They're on a 13-4 run right now. To the paint. Towns, no luck. Middleton on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Middleton's got 7. Tipped away. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? New York ahead.
The Knicks, 56.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's ball. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Outside ball. Spins. Shot clock at 5. Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
That one goes. Count it.
Going to work in the lane. Smart's tough in there.
Here's ball. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Man, come on, man.
By 4. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Robinson. On the wing, Bridges. He takes it in. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Vucevic. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Middleton with it. Robinson picks him up. And Vucevic throws it down.
Successful trip there. Middleton running that pick and roll. He can also work as the screener when need be.
Pass to Anunoby. Outside ball. Towns the screen. And Towns throws it down.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
Nice shot by Smart. Smart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
That's good from Ball.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020. LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Middleton with it. Robinson picks him up. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
2nd team foul.
Middleton up top. Pass to Smart. Back to Vucevic. He can't get that one. Some solid defense from Robinson. Here's Ball. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
That's good from Ball.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Picked by Vucevic. Middleton inside the three-point line. That's short off the rim. The Knicks lead by 9. Down low. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy one.
Middleton looking it over. Shoots over Anunoby. Miami no good on that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Quit out. Oh, snap. What these dudes be getting rage. They be rage quitting.
Let's go.
Yeah. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna test niggas and shoot every people I play. Everybody I play, man. That they can shoot.
You can't switch teams. You're not gonna like them. Told him. You don't want them listen.
Cause if nigga can't shoot in these leagues, I'm gonna test these niggas out. Hey Ted, nigga, you lied to me, nigga.
Nigga, what are you talking about?
I thought you had work.
I do have work. I work from the crib.
Oh, my fault. Like that. Don't you for sure.